How you love SK but the seven figure clothing brand. I didn't know you love SK was that popular. You gonna lie, like no shade, but like I just discovered him, so I didn't know. No, I follow him on Instagram. I didn't know it was like that for me. I didn't know it was like that. I just discovered him like a year ago. Not a year ago. It was less than a year ago. I ain't gonna lie. Like middle of this year.
Ever since I was a kid, I always knew I wanted to be successful. People see my lifestyle online and think I came up overnight, or just assume I have rich parents, and that's just not true at all. I built a 7-figure clothing brand with less than $1,000, and I'm going to show you that you can accomplish whatever you want in life too, if you believe in yourself.
5, 6, 7. Damn. You guys ass on everything.
My first real dreams in life was to be a famous YouTuber or a professional skateboarder. So at 13 years old, I started a YouTube channel about skateboarding.
What's up, YouTube? Right now I'm at the spot sitting down, waiting for it to be time to go to the bus stop place and take the bus to go downtown and skate with him.
And I thought that if I consistently posted videos, this would be my way out and I'd blow up by doing this. But after a couple years of posting and my channel not seeing any real growth, my childhood dreams of being a skateboard YouTuber were over as I was going into high school.
I mean, but high school is the best place. You know, you got. What the fuck is that? High school is the best place. You know what I'm saying? You got more ways to do shit. You feel me? Like you can up the what do you call it? Production on your videos.
Passion going into high school was making music and clothes.
I want money, I want love, I want funds, I want all the smoke. Shit is on paper, but I bet you already know. We take a trip to Milan. I told you about you want, she could have whatever she want. Put the new YL on.
I didn't have any money for the clothes I wanted, so I got a job at Old Navy, and almost all the money I made would go straight to clothes. I slowly collected all the designer and streetwear pieces I wanted, and I would wear the same black jeans, Louis Vuitton belt, and Air Forces every day, mostly mixed with Bape, Supreme, Elon, or Narcotic, in an MCM backpack. Someone I really looked up to was Lil Nar. He was coming up in the Instagram clothing brand scene with his brand Narcotic. Whenever I had money for clothes, I would go straight to his brand if anything was in stock. He skateboarded, made clothes, and music, so I really looked up to him. This led me to creating my brand YL. In 2016, I needed a better name to go by on Instagram because I didn't want to use my government name anymore. People already called me by my initials SK, so I called myself YOULOVESK. I made my brand name YouLove because I knew I wanted to make designs with hearts and stars, and it would give me multiple names to go by for branding purposes. YL, YouLove, and YLSK. Everything tied together perfect, so I ran with it. The next couple of years of high school, I'd make music under this name and made a few simple designs for YL, but I never took it serious because I wasn't old enough to open up a Shopify store, and no one above 18 would let me use their social security number, so I put my clothing brand goal aside until I was old enough and just focused.
Come on now, like, come on. Think about that shit, bro. Who would? That's your social security number, bro, and it's plain and bugging. Why you, what the fuck is this nigga doing, bro? You just want to lap someone in the fucking house. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, but why would anybody just let you borrow their social security number? Like, that's
making music
crazy.
for fun. My main plan was that as soon as high school was over, I would move to LA to pursue my dreams of clothing and music. Eventually though, high school ended and I didn't blow up for music. I knew I wasn't going to go to college, but I had no money to move to LA. I was kicked out of my mom's house for getting in a fight with her boyfriend and putting him in the hospital. I had no money to support my dreams.
What, nigga? Do I need to ask what happened? Like, you fucking playing? Like, what's up with this? What's up with this nigga, bro? Like, he's dead ass going in circles around the house. What the fuck? But hold on, I need to know what the fuck happened, bro. Why did you beat his ass? And how did he let a nigga like you beat his ass? You feel me? Like, that's crazy. But that nigga in the
Everything was
hospital.
going downhill
Crazy.
fast for me. Luckily though, soon after all this happened,
But look, having all that happen to you, bro, that shit would destroy your mental health.
cousin that I hadn't talked to for years calls me, and he asked me if I wanted to go work on a weed farm with him through a connection he made at some event he went to. This was not what I had in mind on my goals after getting out of high school, but my cousin said we would have our own house, Wi-Fi, and would make really good money while running the grow operation together. So it really didn't seem that bad, and I would be able to move to LA easily after only putting in 3 months of work. I said I was down, but I had no clue what I was actually getting myself into.
This shit's gonna be crazy when you guys are watching this. But it's actually up next. I swear to God, top tier. I swear when I come back, I'm gonna drop a couple $1,000s on clothes, and I'm gonna have a full new outfit. I don't have that much clothes right now, so I can't even make an outfit when I get back probably.
A few days after the phone call, we drive 5 hours to the middle of nowhere together in Northern California, and when we arrive,
I'm gonna be...
it was nothing we were expecting. So we get there, and it turns out we signed ourselves up for an illegal grow operation. We were going to be living in a broken down trailer in the middle of nowhere for 3 months with no phone service or Wi-Fi, working 10 plus hours a day. Nothing they promised was true, so at this point I was really nervous because I didn't even know if we were going to make it out alive. The whole situation seemed off now, but I wanted fast money so bad to be able to chase my dreams, so I agreed to stay because I didn't really have any other options. The next 3 months of my life were miserable. I was able to shower like 3 times during my whole stay in freezing cold water. Our only bathroom was a porta potty outside of the trailer, and the food we had was disgusting. I wanted to be able to use my phone so bad, but all I could do was work 10 plus hours a day, smoke, take videos, and plan my future. My cousin couldn't handle the work and wanted to go home, so they let him leave. They sent 2 new people to help me with the job, so now I was even more uncomfortable. Quitting was just not an option for me because I needed to get this money. I was trimming leaves off the plants with one of the new workers, and I was telling them about my plans when I was able to leave the weed farm, and this was their response.
It's YOULOVESK. You love SK.
At this point, I realized I should just keep my dreams to myself and just continue to put in the work because there's no point in talking to close-minded people. I knew it was going to come true even if other people
you're gonna have to
didn't
scrap after that. Ain't gonna lie.
After 3 long months, the grow was finally finished. I had a nice stack of money, and I felt like I made it even though the journey of my come up was really just beginning. Me and my best friend at the time instantly go to LA together to live out our dreams.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm disappointed for me.
We started a YouTube channel to document the come up of YL, and we spent thousands of dollars on designer clothes and Airbnbs. We felt like we were living our dream and nothing could stop us. It was a lot of fun, but we spent so much money living a lifestyle.
Every time in a documentary they say, we felt like yada yada yada. There's gonna be a but after, I just know it.
We couldn't actually maintain with no new income coming in, so we started sleeping in his car to save money because we didn't want to go back to our hometown while we were down to our last few $1,000s each. This didn't really work though, and we just ended up arguing, and due to the stress we were dealing with, we just had to go back. So we drive back to our hometown 8 hours away from LA and end up never talking again. This was unexpected because this is my best friend all of high school, and we had plans for years to come up together, but money got in the way of our friendship. This whole situation gave me a big reality check that I needed to learn how to manage my money better, and that if I wanted to reach my goals, it wasn't going to be all fun and games from here on out. I had to put in some serious work and make a real plan.
What's the cost of their car?
And we had plans
$1 bills, nigga?
from here on out. I got kicked out before I left to the weed farm and make a real plan. I couldn't move back into my mom's house because I had gotten kicked out before I left to the weed farm, so one of my high school friends asked his mom if I could move into their garage, and she let me. This is when I started posting my music and outfit videos on TikTok consistently because I knew if I wanted to make it, I had to start building a fan base. During this time, I grinded on TikTok, and over the next few months, I gained around 10,000 followers, got a girlfriend, and started working on my first official clothing brand design. My new girlfriend and I decided to move to a Los Angeles apartment together, and I was back on track living out my dream in LA. I had less than $4,000 saved, and this was my first time having to pay rent in my life, so I knew I needed a way to make money and couldn't just make TikTok videos about my outfits anymore. I paid my first month of rent from my savings and was left with $800 to start my clothing brand. I released my first hoodies and my followers instantly supported me, and I did a few $1,000s in sales my first month. I was so happy to see that people really liked the products I designed, and it really motivated me. From this point, I knew I needed to go all in with my brand, so I started making all my TikTok content about promoting and wearing YL. I slowly built YL by making these TikToks for the next year in my apartment and around Los Angeles. I became super busy constantly making the orders by hand, and eventually making the hoodies myself was just too time consuming. So I kept saving all my profits so I could invest that capital into the company and expand my product selection by working with real manufacturers. I bought an iPad so I can make better designs because I had so many ideas, but I was terrible at drawing, so I had to spend hours every day practicing on Procreate, and eventually I just got good at making logos.
That's good. Ain't gonna lie,
This led to me
fire.
creating my main logo, and once I created this, I knew my brand would become huge because I loved it so much. Soon after, I created a design that blew up my brand. I even made a video saying this is so much. Soon after, I created a design
What was that?
created this, I knew my brand would become huge because I loved it so much. Soon
Is that motion blur or something? Like why was it like that? But my eye just bugged out.
after, I created a design
that
that
shit
blew up
slid
my
in,
brand.
bro? Oh
I even
my
made a
God.
video saying this is gonna blow up my brand, and it really did. The following month, I did around $30,000 in sales, and I started looking at nicer apartments
Does he
to move
make
into.
beanies,
I found
right?
the perfect modern apartment for what I needed, and I knew the spot would blow up my brand. I knew my life was about to change forever, and I was so motivated and ready to put in the work to really blow up. I didn't want to wear anything else but YL from this point, so I started making jeans and other items so I could wear full YL outfits every video and promote my brand without even trying. People instantly became attracted to my new lifestyle and aesthetic. From consistently getting a few thousand likes on TikTok to all of a sudden hundreds of thousands of likes and thousands of daily new followers. I started making around $40,000 to $60,000 a month in sales consistently, with occasional months reaching $80,000 to $100,000 in sales. And I never even ran a single ad for my brand to this day. All my sales were just from TikTok, Instagram, and my supporters spreading the word about YL. I was so focused on growing my brand, I didn't even put a bed in my apartment. It was purely my office space, inventory room, and a couch, so all I could do was grind and not allow myself any time to slack or get lazy. I took my brand to new levels by constantly creating new designs and started making shopping videos that would consistently go viral. And this is what most people know me by now. Coming up in the clothing brand scene, I never did pre-orders and always had my inventory in stock and ready to ship because I saw slow shipping times and bad customer service ruin other brands. I made sure I would never do that and would always run my brand professionally. This ended up meaning I would make less money on each drop since items were limited and I had to keep my apartment filled with inventory, but it was worth it to me because I would receive thousands of positive reviews and people saw that I really cared about my brand since I was willing to take the risk of spending $40,000 to $50,000 a month up front on inventory of my own money to have it all in hand, which most other upcoming brands could not and would not do. I ended up outgrowing this apartment and had to upgrade to a 2-bedroom in the same building so I could have a room specifically for my inventory now and more space to live in. Now I feel as I'm one of the most influential and copied underground clothing brands out right now, with people all over the world watching me whether they support me and my brand or just watching silently to copy everything I do. Regardless, it's really cool looking back how far I've came, and I know my story can inspire a lot of people, so I wanted to share it as my first video on this channel. I just want to say that if you have a dream, don't let anybody tell you that it's dumb or it's not possible. My mom had me at 17 years old with no financial support.
I could
growing up
never
with a
do
young
that, boy. If a nigga tell me they dream, yo, you know how much of a fucking bitch and a dickhead you gotta do to say, yeah, you never do that shit. You never do that shit in your life. Oh, you, like, come on, bro. Like, just cause you miserable don't mean you have to push that motive on other people, you feel me? Like, that's bad weird.
Mom and small low-income apartments made me realize at a young age that I wanted more for our lives. Use your struggles as motivation to keep going. I came from nothing and now I make more money than majority of the people I know in real life, and I get to do what I love to do every day. I want everyone to realize that you could come from nothing and still change your life around. It's not going to be easy, but if you keep trying every time you fail, eventually you're going to succeed. The past few years I've learned so much through trial and error and never giving up. I went through a lot of struggles to get to this point, and I still feel as I'm only just getting started. YOUL is nowhere near where I want it to be in the future, and I'm going to continue to keep putting in work and evolving so I can become the next big brand one day. I created this YouTube channel so I could show more of my life and share my ideas and the process of building my brand and other businesses to the world to motivate and inspire people. You guys have supported me so much over the past few years, and I really appreciate it because I know I wouldn't be here without you. I got a lot of exciting things planned for YOUL this year. I can't wait to show you. I'm going to be traveling a lot and getting out of my comfort zone to bring you guys quality content about my life. I hope you guys are ready to see my come up.
It's the same thing with the spider, like with this the hoodie, the spider with the 5 at the eye and shit like that. The spider hoodie, yo, I ain't gonna lie, that nigga blew up, bro. That nigga has blown the fuck up, bro. I've seen a lot of niggas wear his shit, for real. Nah, that is, bro, crazy, bro. Like, what made him to start recording? That's what I want to know. What made him to start recording at that moment when they laughed at him? For me, like, he deserves it. He deserves it, for real. He deserves it.